Hi everybody, it's Christy Forsyth from Clarity here for you today with this week's energy report, and we are going to try this again because I was live and I turned it sideways somehow and I don't know how to do technology kind of things sometimes. So I am going to go live with my energy report again, and I was saying at the beginning of my report when I got started was it's been a few weeks, guys, since I've done an energy report. How do I look, Craig? Am I upright this time? And so it's been a few weeks, and not that I'm making excuses for myself, but I am kind of built to be a conduit for the energy, and so you know what? I took a few weeks off because that was what the energy was telling me, or that's what I was feeling within the energy field. So if you guys were feeling a little bit less focused, maybe on the goals that you had or the things that you had created a momentum toward, I'm glad you guys are liking it. It looks better, right? The right way. So as we've been, maybe we were creating a momentum towards something and we found ourselves over the past few weeks or so getting off track and feeling like we weren't doing the things that we were supposed to be doing. But you know, what happened with me is I just kind of felt this voice that was like, you know what, you need to take a pause. And it was very much that all those planets that were either in retrograde or moving out of retrograde that need to just take a pause. That's what we need to do during that time and just kind of refocus, refresh, and that's exactly what I did as I focused on spending a little bit of extra time with my kids before they went back to school and soaking up those last little bits of their summer vacation and just taking that time. So I'm back though with my energy reports, doing them weekly, and so I'm happy to be back. And what I do with my energy reports for any of you that are new is I talk about the universal energy, what's going on with the energy right now and how is it impacting me. Kim says she's stuck in the mud. Absolutely, that's where I was at. Get ready because we're going to be moving forward, and today's energy is really starting to shift us moving forward. But yes, it was very much an unfocused energy. It was a feeling stuck energy, and it was all very purposeful for helping us to revisit some things and explore some things and also just get a little bit of extra rest and to get ourselves ready because now we're jumping off into a new energy and we're going to be propelling forward. For people who, you know, for people who have goals, you know, like hopefully we all have goals, but for people who are really focusing on some goals and are working on building businesses or just moving themselves, bettering themselves forward in some way, September is going to be an awesome month for that. It is a great month for business, for maybe making some more money, for bringing in some more business, for growing your following, whatever it is that you're trying to do, whatever those goals are that you have, this is a great month to pick up some momentum. So if you're feeling stuck, we are today kind of shifting into this new energy where it's more of an action focused energy. It's more of a manifestation energy. This is a good time to do your manifestation writing, to create a vision board, to visualize those things that you want, to pull in the feeling of those things that you're wanting to manifest. This is a great time for that because it's going to be bumped up right now. And it's a great time for you to take action in the direction of those goals and in the direction of those dreams. So making sure that we are doing that and that we're allowing that just kind of naturally flowing with the energy. So even though that energy is shifting today, if you're still feeling that stuck in the mud feeling, that's okay. Because you should begin to kind of feel like your head's kind of coming out of the clouds and you can focus again and you can get some work done again. And I feel like when we get moving, it's going to create a nice momentum and we're going to propel ourselves very, very quickly. So this energy is just moving us forward and moving us on up into this great progress. So I'd love to hear from you guys, the progress that you have as we're moving forward. And October is going to be some big energy that we're moving into. And kind of the big picture is that we are all on some level beginning or moving even closer in that direction of living out our our purpose, you know, connecting with our purpose, living out our purpose. And there's just going to be these new horizons and these new possibilities, or more doors opening for us that are going to allow for that progress to happen. And so you really want to be listening to your soul right now. What is it that I feel like my purpose is? And if you're not quite sure, sending that energy out there, setting the intention, or saying a prayer, you know, I'd really like to understand this a little bit better. Please show me. And then watching for those signs and synchronicities that are showing up for you, that are showing you the way, that are showing you that path. I also think that it's helpful just to ask yourself, like, what lights me up? What am I good at? What do I find myself doing easily and effortlessly throughout most of my life? Because a lot of that will help you to understand on some level part of your life purpose. Right now, the energy is really supporting us calling in our soul family, our soul mates, our people that we're supposed to be connecting with, that we're supposed to be working with as a collective on the goals that we have, on these initiatives that we're building. So also setting that intention that you're calling in your soul family. You might find yourself really shifting out a lot of the people in your life and creating these new relationships, or just changing the way that you're interacting in relationships. You might find, I don't know, like I feel like this energy is kind of making us have more of a limited tolerance for bullshit, right? Like we're just kind of done. We are connecting. We're starting to set more boundaries. We are, understanding a little bit more about like what we're going to allow in our life, and we've had a lot of tests for that lately, so we're just understanding that a little bit better, and it's helping us to understand who we want in our lives. And if we don't know specifically who those people are, we can send that energy out to the universe, and we can invite that to come in. And what's amazing is, as we work on setting those boundaries and not allowing some of these energies and some of these old patterns into our lives, it clears space for new to come in. And so thinking about what you're wanting to clear out, and this can even be physical stuff. This is a really great time for you to release old stuff, because it will allow for new energies. It will shift the energy for you, and you're just going to feel a whole lot better. So making sure that you are tackling some of that physical stuff. I just moved my office around a little bit yesterday, just needing to shift that energy, needing to release some stuff and to bring in some new energies with that. So I talked a little bit about October, and I don't know, one of my favorite books is The Alchemist. So I'm going to kind of describe it in this way. And what they talk about in that book is that we all have our own personal legend, okay? That we all have a journey that we have intended ourselves to experience. And while there is so much flexibility in our plan for our lives, we also have some things that we have intended ourselves to experience here on this earth, and some plans for what we intended to do here on this earth. And I really feel like September is building us into this October time where we're really starting to connect with that personal legend. We're starting to understand it more. We're starting to build momentum more. And right now we're creating the foundation for that. We're building what will become our own personal legend. And so making sure that you are listening to your intuition, that you are sometimes defying those fear-based thoughts that are coming in that are saying to you, you can't do it, or that's not possible for you. This is a time for you to look for the magic, to trust in the magic, to trust in your faith, and to put your faith in yourself and in your dreams and where you really want to go. And so thinking about how right now can I create this foundation for my personal legend. So that is this week's energy report. Do you guys have any questions? I've been kind of missing out in the comments because I wanted to try to focus. Let me see if there's any questions coming through. Kimberly says, all I want is a shift, please. We're coming. It's coming today. It's supposed to shift today. So allow that shift to happen for you. There might be a little bit of lag for it, but I think that maybe a lot of us will be feeling better tomorrow as well. So Christy says, progress is the magical word right now. So you're happy to hear that that's coming. Yeah, absolutely. Progress, progress, progress. So we're finally moving forward with things. Do we have any questions before I wrap up? Okay, I don't see any. So feel free to leave those below. Let me know. Say hi if you're watching. Say hi if you're watching on the replay. And I will see you guys on Tuesday with my tarot report.